Ding ding ding. Ding ding ding.
Right.
Fall off! Fall off! Do it! Do it! Withering? How am I supposed to thunder crash that? What am I supposed to do to that?
Lemon Arc BBC featuring Right. Go, 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 go.
Huge! Show me that 69! What a perfect clip! I don't know which crime Lamonarch just committed, but I know it was several of them. Let's get right into it. Today I'll be showing off a genuinely insane Arc Titan build that can be used basically in all content. This build in particular will likely just obliterate Grandmaster Nightfalls when they drop in a week. In the meantime, we'll have to settle for bullying everything else that's in the game. The core concept of this build will be using Lamonarch as your primary weapon, and your energy weapon, and your heavy weapon. You're just literally never going to take the goddamn thing off. Accompanied with this is going to be one of a few exotic chest pieces you can wear. All these are great in their own way. You can choose whatever you'd like or prefer, and these are the following. Curse of the Falling Star for huge super damage with Thunder Crash, Hazardous Propulsion for extra rocket damage from your crits that you'll get via Lamonarch spam, and lastly, Heart of Inmost Light to spam all your abilities more often. Any of these are a great choice, but in the end, all of them will be taking advantage of the same thing, the insane power creep of Rally Barricades. Bet you didn't expect to hear that sentence in 2025, huh? We're going to be abusing Rally Barricades because we're rocking the new Stormkeep's aspect, which allows us to apply Bolt Charge at a ridiculous rate to anything that we touch and just rain lightning strikes non-stop. And with the intro clip that you just saw, you do know I mean non-stop. Thanks to how both Lamonarch and Bolt Charge stacking works, you can continuously speed your way to a Bolt Charge Lightning Strike within seconds by simply just standing by your barricade and firing Lamonarch at whatever you want to see get fried by lightning. And you know what the funny part is? That's just the beginning of it. First off, we can increase the rate at which we get our barricades back by utilizing the Volatile Marksman artifact perk to get a new barricade back within like 4 shots. Why does that matter? Because the more barricades you have, the faster your Bolt Charge meter will stack up, and the faster it stacks, the more lightning strikes you get off on a boss or whatever you're shooting. One small note to make here though, you will need to have your Tome of Want active in order to take advantage of the Volatile Marksman boost, so make sure that you have it on. Throw literally anything on it, it doesn't matter what it is as long as the Tome is active. Next, we'll be increasing the damage of our Bolt Charge Lightning Strikes. This is done by using the Flashover artifact mod. Nothing additional is needed here, just simply put on the mod and spam Lightning Strikes. Lastly, as if this build needed any more help, we can also heal ourselves every time that we do a Lightning Strike by putting on the Defibrillating Blast artifact mod, essentially turning you into Raiden for Mortal Kombat and electrocuting everything in sight while also healing yourself. Also, that mod is worded terribly in the description, just thought that I'd point that out. Next up is the kit. I am rocking Thunder Crash as my super in the event that I want to use Kyrus, rocking Rally Barricade and our class ability, I already covered that. For our melee, you can use whatever you would like, but I personally have Thunderclap on, it's just fun to use for me personally. For our grenade, again, you can use whatever you want, but I like using storm grenades. Moving to our aspects, obviously we have Storm's Keep to make everything go crazy, and then the other one is, surprise, surprise, gonna be Knockout for just free additional healing with our melee. And for our fragments, we have 4 of them, starting from left to right. We have Spark of Resistance. This just essentially gives us more DR when we're surrounded, and more damage resist is always a plus to have. Our second is going to be Spark of Frequency. While amplified, you gain increased stacks of Bolt Charge from all sources. So again, it's just getting to our Lightning Strikes that much faster, making this build super crazy. Fragment number 3 is Spark of Shock. It's pretty straightforward. Your Arc Grenades jolt targets, so you get some extra damage out when you nade an enemy. And the fourth one is going to be Spark of Ions. Defeating a jolted target or defeating a target with Bolt Charge creates an Ionic Trace, and then Ionic Traces give us ability energy, so it just recycles our grenade, our barricade, our melee, etc. Now with the kit in play, let's talk about the loop. It's actually extremely simple. When starting a boss damage phase, initially use your Thunder Crash and your grenade, there's no reason to hold them. Immediately after using your super, you then go straight into barricade mode. You pop your barricade and start wailing on the boss with Lamonarch. After about 4 to 5 shots, you will get another barricade back, pop that instantly again, and keep repeating this process over and over for a million bolt charges until either the boss is dead or the damage phase is over. If you're fighting something normal in combat like a regular yellow bar, subjugator, champion, etc., they're probably just going to die from like 2 Le Monarch shots, and then you'll just move on to the next one. While we're talking about my weapons, I want to make a quick shout out to my heavy slot weapon in the event that you do own a sword like this, which is going to be an Eager Edge sword. The reason I'm mentioning it is because there are a few occasions where you don't want to be under your barricade anymore temporarily. For example, if you're doing the Sunder Doctrine dungeon and a Stasis Scion throws a dust field onto your barricade, you're going to freeze and then potentially maybe die. Well, you can use your sword as utility to Eager Edge out of there, pop a new barricade, and then commit unspeakable crimes against the Scions that just froze you. Finally, let's go over armor mods, starting with the helmet. The first mod we have is Dynamo. So this is here in the event of doing activities or boss fights where you're surrounded by enemies constantly. As an example, the opening clip with the Corrupted Puppeteer, the clones are always around us. So every time that I did pop my barricade, I would get a chunk of super energy back, leading me to my next Thunder Crash really quickly. That way I can utilize Curus multiple times to do a bunch of damage to the boss. Next up is 1 copy of Void Siphon for Le Monarch just to make orbs, and then 1 copy of Radiant Light for when we are in a damage phase. I can pop my super to give my teammates armor charges for their damage. In our gloves, we have 3 copies of Bolstering Detonation. It grants class ability energy when we cause damage with a grenade, in this case, my Storm Grenade. In our chest, it's pretty standard, 1 resist of each affinity, Arc, Solar, and Void. In my boots, I have 1 copy of Void Weapon Search just to pump Le Monarch a little bit, 1 copy of Insulation to reduce class ability cooldown each time I get an orb, and then Innervation, reduce grenade cooldown each time I get an orb. And these last 2 tie into my class item with Powerful Attraction, because every time I pop my barricade, I will scoop up any orbs around me, and then instantly get these to proc. Then I have 1 copy of Special Finisher, just in the event that I want to get some special back for my top weapon. In this case, my top slot weapon was Scatter Signal, so a fusion with Particle Recon that can shred through like a random yellow bar that I don't want to deal with. And then lastly, 1 copy of Time Dilation to increase the timer on our armor charges during the damage phase. And that pretty much covers the entire build. I can't stress enough how literally anybody can utilize this build to become a PvE god. It is so simple, yet so powerful. Anyways, as always, I will put the dim link in the description below if you want to try the build for yourself. In the meantime, if you did enjoy the video, please consider subscribing today. It does help the channel grow and is much appreciated. And if you want to go the extra mile, you can leave a like and or a comment below as well. If you don't know what to leave as a comment, you can leave Storm's Keep as the comment. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.